Okay, hi gentlemen. This is the track for the leads. This is going to be your sectional video. I'm gonna take the part slowly, going through sections that could be tricky, a little bit slower. Excuse me. And we're going to take it step by step. Watch this first, and then go to your listening track. So make sure that you're understanding all of the interval relationships. If you need to, back up, watch different parts of the video again to practice it over and over. Make sure you're hearing intervals correctly. So here is the start of the piece. Leads your starting pitches. Right? Okay, here we go. Here's the lead part at the intro. Got it? Oh, 1, 2, here we go. And of course you just post that D. The one part that I thought might be kind of tricky is at measure 6. Holiday in Dixieland, holiday in Dixieland. Make sure you keep that nice and high throughout. Don't let that slip. Holiday in Dixieland. That would be an easy note to miss if I was singing lead. So let's try this together at the intro. 1, 2, ready, go. When you need a welcome change, try a holiday in Dixieland. And of course the parts will move around you. Okay, here we go, starting at the verse. And lead, you start on talk about. Here we go, let's hear the lead part at the verse, measure 9. Oh, 1, 2, here it is. Come down to Dixieland. Sorry, that page turn is a little tricky for me. So leads, it's half-step intervals that have been giving people a lot of issues. You have a couple here, particularly at the beginning of the phrases. So you start on this B. Talk about your Arabian Nights. Make sure each of those stays nice and high. That descending line will tend to go flat. Talk about your Arabian Nights. I must admit they're grand. I bet a few leads are missing that one. I must admit, I'd miss it too. It's a tough line. I must admit they're grand. Sing that with me again. I must admit. 1 and 2. I must admit they're grand. But if you long for wonderful nights, come down to Dixieland. Got it? Let's do that from Talk About Your Arabian Nights. Pay close attention to the tricky part. I must admit they're grand. That's what we got to make sure we nail. 1, 2, here we go. Talk about your Arabian Nights. I must admit they're grand. But if you long for wonderful nights, come down to Dixieland. That's good. Moving on to here we go. This is probably one of the lead's stronger sections. The melody's a little bit easier to predict at this spot, but there's lots of opportunity to mess up if you're not going straight to those vowel sounds. So here we go. That's the dearest. 1, 2, ready. That's the dearest place of all, listening to the crickets call. fall. When the evening. I wonder how many of us are getting down to that note in time. When the evening shadows fall. Sing that with me. Ready? When the evening shadows fall down in Dixieland. Got it? Here's the pickups to the chorus. Pickups to the chorus at measure 41. You hear the basses go. Then you come in on the D. Yeah, there are, once again, tough intervals here. This is not an easy song. Listen to the intervals at 41 again. Tough intervals to sing, and you must be 100% clear on those. So let's try singing them. Oh, 1, 2, ready. Nighttime down in Dixieland, lovers strolling hand in hand. Are you anticipating those high C's? We got to remember those. Here's that part one more time. Nighttime down. Oh, 1 and 2. I played it right. That is a tough spot. Here is 49, gentlemen. Listen to it carefully. 1 and 2 and. Yep, leads have a very important part there. Make sure your half-step intervals are very close together. Don't let those go flat. Oh, 1 and 2. Southern melodies. Oh, 1, 1, 2, ready. Southern melodies floating on the breeze. Let me tell you it's grand. Got it? Good. Okay, here are the pickups to measure 57. Oh, 1 and 2. Sounds very similar, doesn't it? That's because it's the exact same notes you got done singing at 41. So hopefully you'll be able to remember that properly. Really lock those chords in at 41 and then just apply them at 57. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's your pickups to measure 61. Here we go. 2, ready, go. Tears of gladness fill your eyes. Leads and tenors singing. Keep the music ringing. Okay, this is just one of those tough spots. And if chords are locked, this is a magical spot. But it's very difficult to lock the chords here because of so many chromatic movement, which means not within the. It's not within our. It's within. It's going up by half steps. Diatonic is going up by the scale. And then chromatic is just by every note on the piano. So you have chromatic movement here from all the parts that can be difficult to hear. So let's try it from leads and tenors singing. Here we go, 65. Oh, 1, 2, here we go. Leads and tenors singing, keep the music ringing. 1, 2, 3. They fill the missing spaces. All you see is smiling faces when it's nighttime in Dixieland. Sing that with better quality. quality than I did up on those high notes. Let's sing it through one more time with just the piano, and you can sing along at home. I'll play just the piano so you can hear those intervals exactly as they are. Here's leads and tenors singing. Oh, one. Here is 65. 65. Oh, one. Oh, 1, 2, ready. Got it? Moving on to the tag. Here we go. I think we're relatively as strong on the tag as any part in the song. So I think this will go. Here's the tag. Here is the tag. Oh, 1, 2, 3. So get your girl, be sure to give her a in Dixieland. Right? I think most of you really have those last notes of the tag down, but it's those notes leading up to that section that are tough. So get your girl. Be sure that you are singing that interval correctly, because it is a tough. Here we go. And go. So get your girl, be sure to give her a boat ride on that Swanee River when night time in Dixieland. Got it? Okay, so leads. Take the time to go over any of the sections that you need help with. Rewind the tape and double check. Make sure you got all your notes as good as they can get. All right, thanks guys.